I turned it off so we'd be sweating halfway through.
Mm.
That was the goal.
I love a good sweaty boy.
Man, you're really good at these openers. Dang, you're good at that.
Sweaty sweat. Yeah. When I go to class in the morning, I have a break between. So I have a 9:30 class to like 10:45, and then I have a break from 11 to 12:30. So I usually try to hit the gym in that little break there. So sometimes when I'm not lazy, I can go to the gym before class, and then that little break I can do cardio and do that sort of thing. And when I take off my shirt that I'm wearing for the day and put it back on, I realize just how much I sweat. And it's a silly amount.
Do you rotate your gym bag interior pretty regularly?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are a sweaty boy.
I'm a sweaty guy. I've just come to terms with it.
Yeah. I went to the gym this morning. So we started kind of a new schedule.
Yes.
And we go to the gym at separate times, so I go first. So I wake up now. The goal is I'm waking up at 6:30 and going to the gym at 7, from 7 to like 8:30.
Hitting the gym in the morning is a really good experience.
It's something different for sure, especially because like no one's there.
Right. And at that point, you're not even really awake. And so...
Right. You end the workout and you're like, what happened?
You're like, where am I?
So the combination of lack of sleep, lack of water, you're still sleeping. So anyway, I've been getting used to that new schedule. I'm not used to that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so I keep forgetting things. So today I forgot my towel.
Oh, that's tough.
But I was like, I'm not going to not steam. Like I have to hit the steam room.
Of course.
After a workout. So I just did anyway. But then I was also like running late and I wanted to get home on time because I'm a huge schedule guy. Like I don't know what, like as soon as there's a schedule, I have like so much relief in my life. So I was like, I got to stick to the schedule. So, and I don't have my towel. So I'm just going to do my workout, steam, and then leave. So I didn't hit the shower.
You were stanky.
I walked out of the steam room just drenched.
Naturally.
It was great. I also didn't have my swim trunks. I just had basketball shorts.
Dang.
And so like where my arms were resting on my thighs was just almost translucent. Like
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of your SpongeBob undies in there.
I'm a commando guy. Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
In case you were wondering.
In case you were wondering.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, go commando, gentlemen. That's the new movement.
No, I was thinking I don't remember what comedian this was, and so I'm not trying to like steal the joke. It was a long time ago though. Oh wait, maybe I do. It was Dimitri Martin. Do you remember Dimitri Martin?
No.
He's a really dry comedian with like a bowl haircut. And he was like, yeah, if you just add ladies to the end of anything you say, it just immediately becomes suggestive. It's like, I had Chinese food today. Ladies. Not wearing any underwear to the gym. Ladies.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how the Docs and Crocs podcast has been censored and canceled.
He said it first. I'm just relaying.
Just relaying the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So anyway.
Do you have any new additions to the weird things they saw at the gym this week?
No, because now I'm almost seeing nothing at the gym. There's nobody there. But I'm glad that you said that because I think the listeners and the watchers understand that we've been trying to kind of head in this direction where we do have segments. I think that's another thing that's kind of would be unique to us. I think podcasts will segment their episodes in the description, but it's not often that they actually have segments in the episode.
Right.
And I think for us, we've been kind of playing with that.
Right, yeah.
But you brought something up the other day that like knocked us both silly. Because the whole reason this podcast started in the first place is that we started working together.
Yes, indeed.
And that's the thing we've talked about the least.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it at all.
And we have a very unique job.
Oh yeah,
to most
absolutely.
people.
I think in the beginning we were scared that Keith is gonna like anything we say. Keith is gonna have a very stern talking to us with it. You know.
Oh yeah, and I just don't think that's the case at
Yeah,
all.
I don't think it. Anyways.
So it's like we have a very unique position.
Yes,
where
we do.
our job includes literally watching people look ridiculous, do ridiculous things,
Yes.
communicate ridiculously.
Yes.
So I think from now on, the like things I saw at the gym or things whatever, it should just be like you said,
Escape room things.
things we saw at our very unique job this week,
Because we get an inside look at people in their problem-solving process.
which it is super rare.
Very, very rare. Like, it's almost being invited into someone's home.
Exactly.
Honestly.
We are a camera
Yes.
in the corner of the room watching you fumble and struggle and yell at your kids.
Right. Yes.
Literally.
Literally. And it's just like interesting group dynamics, and I don't know, we could probably apply psychology theories and dynamics into what we see on a regular basis.
Totally. So I want you to start,
Yes.
if you have it. I want this to become a regular segment.
Right.
As soon as you brought it up, it felt like I had been smacked across the face. So I want you to start, though, and I want you to just start with, instead of this week, just in your time since you've been working at the escape room,
Yeah.
give me maybe 2 or 3 just the most ridiculous things that you've seen.
Yeah. Every time I work like a birthday party, I realize like I'm okay not having kids.
Right.
Regularly on Saturdays, I do kids' birthday parties in which I help children through escape rooms.
Yes.
And sometimes the kids are just annoying to be around.
Yeah.
Like, I understand there's the kids haven't really explored the group identity stage where like I need to function to the benefit of a team and not just myself. So they haven't gotten there yet, and I can understand that. So there's like, oh, I want to open this lock, and I haven't opened a lock yet, so don't hog all the locks. Like, I get that. You want to be a part of the I understand that. But when you're just like, so I'm locked in a cell, and the kids have to free me from the cell. And when the kids walk up to me and say, I don't trust you, and you're going to betray us, it is the most annoying and infuriating thing ever.
A child's imagination is the most infuriating part of your day, it seems.
It's not
no,
even...
I understand. It's the assumption, like, the whole point is that they're there to save you.
Right.
And yeah, their first thing is like, so you're a traitor.
So you're a traitor and you're going to betray us.
Yeah.
And they want to do the very thing that you tell them not to do, they want to desperately do it.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you're like, so I need you guys to not go back into the cell.
I have to lock it immediately after I get out.
Oh, do you lock it? Do you relock it?
I relock it every single time.
I've never done that.
Because
Why have I never freaking done that?
Every time I tell them, there is no clues in my cell. We do not need to go into my cell. Every single time I say that, they're like, so when are we going in your cell?
I'm like, the only thing that's in that cell is a spare pair of underwear for me, my car keys, probably half
water
a beer,
bottle,
and, you know, my iPhone that I had to leave in there because I was watching the latest episode of VGHS.
Right, and you wrote on the walls, like, this guy is an imposter. And ever since that, anytime a kid sees that, they're like, you're an imposter, you're an imposter, you're an imposter. And it's before they go into the room, like, the person tells them, the adults in there are there to help you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just a little silly. But as far as the kids that are well behaved,
oh, they're amazing.
Oh my!
It's like such a breath of fresh air.
It makes the room go so smoothly, and you're all having a great time, and everyone's excited about the room.
Yeah, I love the kids that let you be in character because they have an imagination.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as far as like the normal escape rooms go, you definitely get to see family dynamics that aren't always.
Yeah, what have you seen adults do that you're like, I can't believe I get to be a witness
Oh
to
my gosh. So like there's the family dynamics and there's also relationship dynamics.
Oh yeah.
So right, like as soon as I'm doing my intro like in a room as a character, you can almost immediately like, I don't want to say categorize them, but like categorize them.
Oh, 100%.
Of like, oh, that's the kind of people they are.
Yeah.
Because they fit into certain categories like right off the bat. And so there was this family running our Amazon room, and if they're not engaging in your intro, they're immediately like red flag.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Red flag. Because 1, they take things way too seriously. 2, they can't laugh in public. 3,
Ooh. Yeah, go ahead.
3, they just don't have like the freedom, I guess, in themselves to like take a break and like have fun with a situation.
Doesn't it seem like some people it's the first time they've ever done anything
Right.
outside of like beat their kids?
Right. It's like
This is the first time I'm not beating my kids. That we've never done anything else.
right. And as soon as like the entire family is quiet, you get like a couple chuckles from a few people. If the whole family is quiet and like the kids won't even really make eye contact with you,
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
damage is done. Yeah.
I'm like, uh-oh. And then
Yeah.
as soon as I sit back behind the camera and I'm watching them, like this dad is commanding.
Mm-hmm.
He's like an officer. Like, why aren't we doing this? Do this and do this. And why aren't you guys working on this? And this is going wrong because you guys aren't doing enough. And why didn't you guys tell me this? And just not a very collaborative. And immediately you can pick up like little snips of it. It doesn't smell right.
Oh, 100%.
Or in the relationships where the guy is too nice. The girl doesn't say much and the guy is too nice.
Ooh, that scares me.
Very
That
much
makes me
so.
every time that spooks me.
Very
And I
much
get nervous
so.
to go back and sit and watch the monitor because I'm like, who does he become when no one's watching?
Exactly.
Why is she silent? Because, yeah, if the combination of super nice guy and completely silent girl
Right.
means he's not actually a nice guy.
Exactly. Because otherwise, both of them would be engaging and yeah, super nice guy, like to your face, and silent. Anyway, it's just not a very good dynamic.
Yeah.
And so they get angry at each other. They're not working together at all. And you're sitting at the computer like, I really don't want to say, like, I don't want to give them clues. I want them to leave. I just don't want them
I don't
to
want to be
leave the
here
room.
with you. I don't
Yes.
want this to be the case.
This
Like,
is just miserable.
yeah, I've seen, I think the craziest one I ever had, I've had a couple, but I've had like parents come in with like their little kids.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're in there, they're like cussing out their kids.
Right.
Or like trying to scare them. That was the one that really freaked me out. Is like this lady was like, yeah, this one isn't scary, is it? Because we did a horror escape room recently.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids are like really afraid now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, first of all, why did you take your
Why?
kids to a horror escape room?
Yes.
They're like little. They're like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Like
They're little
pre-K
kids. Like,
kindergarten sort of.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the whole time they're in the room, the parents are like looking for reasons to terrify their kids.
Yikes.
Like the kids are already scared. They're like expecting something horrible to happen, and then the parents are like terrifying them, and the kids are crying and they're laughing at them like, "What's wrong with you?" And it's like I'm just sitting there watching all of this. Like I
need to call Child Protective Services.
I almost called CYFD on a lady once because she went in with her family, and then was like screaming in their faces, like screaming in the face of her husband, screaming at her kids, like double down, like abuse. And I was like, this is crazy. Like,
It's funny because
I
we
don't
tell
want them to be
people
here.
like your monitor can see and hear you.
right, I'm like, we can see everything you're doing, we can hear everything you're saying. I try to emphasize that so that people will like be on their best behavior. I'm like, maybe I'm giving their kids a shot right now by letting their parents know that we're observing, but I think they forget.
I think kids like in their natural imaginative state and their curiosity, I think they do well in escape rooms.
Kids do amazing because you're like putting them in an imaginary world and saying run amok.
Right.
And so, but then they have the parent with them. I was like, don't freaking touch that.
Don't touch
Don't
that.
freaking do
Be
that.
careful.
And then the kids are like usually right every time.
Right. It's like, hey, look at this. Oh, I don't think that's important.
I've had people stand up and like put their face in the camera, like as if they can.
Jim
I've like
Halpert.
made eye contact with people like through the camera, and we're just.
Yeah, it's just an awkward experience.
It is. I feel like they can feel me.
Okay. Didn't need that.
I had a group the other day. It was 2 guys and a lady, and the guy was acting like he was 10 years old the whole time he was in the room.
Oh yeah.
And so he kept like taking everything and like pushing it in the corner and hiding it from everyone else and like pointing the fake guns at everybody and like, but he like wasn't assisting. He was just thwarting.
He was just a hooligan.
Yeah, or like he left the room even though we're like, hey, you can't leave the room, and like if there's an emergency, you know, but we don't lock the doors in case of emergencies. And so he left the room, and when one of the other guy was like, hey, you can't leave, and he's like, sure I can, very confidently. And then when I told him like, hey, actually you can, he went back in and he was like, damn it. He was so mad, but like in like a childlike way.
Yeah.
Like he became a little kid.
Like a very
But they were like all in like their 40s. So
throwing a fit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blast. So anyway, we work in an escape room.
Yeah.
and we watch everything you're doing, and we hear everything you're saying.
Oh my god. When people come in stoned, oh my
gosh. I don't know why anybody would choose to get high before doing something that's hard.
Right. 'Cause like you can they seem like they're so confident, and they seem so like, we got this. This is easy. I'm so flippin' smart, and then they're not.
No.
Like you tell them a hint, and they're like, "Oh," and you're like, maybe if you weren't frickin' zoinked.
Yeah. Oh, I get what he's saying. So you want me to piss in the corner?
No.
You're like, no, that's not even where I told you to go.
It's not what I want.
I've had that happen. Had a kid pee. Had a kid whip his dingling out, just start peeing all over the props. Mid-room. Had a girl projectile vomit.
Oh, yeah, on the
right
chair.
at the end. Multiple times. Everybody just stood and watched it happen. She just opened her mouth and went, ah! And there's just everything just spraying. That was a lot of fun. Smelled like that for a month. Had professional carpet cleaners come in and clean it. You could still smell it in the ethos. It was just in the...
It was just in the atmosphere.
Just in the atmosphere.
And then the people... Oh, my gosh. This is my biggest pet peeve.
Welcome to the Rantcast. Ooh, that should be the new...
People who book our hardest escape room, and they've never done escape rooms before.
Yeah, I don't know what they... I want to know, like, the conversation ahead of time. They're like, so you guys want to do your first escape room? And then they're like, yeah, they're probably not hard at all. So let's do the hardest one. That's what I think they're saying. Or they're like, these are for dumb people, and we're not dumb.
They never, like, finish on time. Never, ever. And, like, we give them a disclaimer before they go in. This is the hardest room. Are you sure? Yeah, we got this. No. And it's painful to watch. It's like you're sitting there, and you have to very carefully and gently guide them by the hand to get them through the room and get them through the experience. And that's not enjoyable.
No, that's not fun.
I just want to play my RuneScape and listen to what you're saying.
I remember having a group come run it, and then they talked to us about our podcast afterwards. And then they went on our TikTok, and they saw the videos that I had recorded while I was running them literally through the escape room. And that was really funny. So that's what we're doing while you guys are yelling at each other and doing the wrong thing. We are making TikToks and talking about how silly. How super silly.
How silly you
How
look.
just super silly you're being.
How silly you look. Yeah.
Well, there's the
we work in an escape room.
The we work in an escape room segment is the new seg.
That is the new segment.
Next segment, we gotta have like a special sound. Do you want it to be that? Do you want it to be like bells?
I don't know.
What, just pee and poop?
No. Boom.
You want it to be a bomb?
Like a creeper.
Oh, okay. So a creeper explodes in between each segment. I'll see if I can make that happen sound wise. We
just need a soundboard.
Yeah. So this actually has effects on it, but I don't really know how to use them. There's like a way. This is something I've just been wanting to think about with you.
Mm.
And I've been thinking about it for actually months.
I love a good thing.
And I haven't brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Helen Keller,
Mm-hmm.
immune to flashbangs.
I was preparing for something serious and
Immune.
immune to flashbangs. Yeah,
But
you're
also, apparently, just amazing at everything. So, like, wouldn't you want her on your, on your unit?
No.
Like,
That's not how that works.
just send Helen Keller on your unit.
Well, like,
If the enemy has flashbangs,
Helen Keller could
Helen
probably
Keller.
feel the vibrations from the flashbangs, but, like, she wouldn't be stunned by them.
immune. That's what immunity is. I know it's happening, but it's not affecting me.
Mm. Yeah.
Send in Keller. Oh my God.
It's terrible.
Get that! She runs in, clears the whole room, never expecting it. The enemy throws a flashbang. They think everyone is stunned. They rush in. She's standing in the middle of the room. 50 cal machine gun akimbo. Takes out the whole squad.
It's so bad.
They toss in the flashbang. Everyone else is on the ground. She's standing tall. Everyone's down. She'd be a freaking legend in war. You can talk to her on her palm. She can write books somehow, and she can wipe the floor with your ass in CS:GO. Just picture it.
Well, she can't.
Did you know that Helen Keller had a pet elephant?
No, I did not know that.
Neither did she.
You said it so convincingly, too. Like, did you know this? Like, this is a...
No. In all seriousness, she did have a dog, but the dog ran away.
Mm.
You know why? And as soon as you look at me, the side eye broke me. The dog didn't like being called.
Oh, no.
That's all I got.
Helen Keller jokes just, like, hold a special place in the world.
I don't think ever since the conspiracies that she didn't really, she wasn't real, I'm, convinced she wasn't real.
That's not how
I remember learning about her in school, and I just accepted it. Like, as a kid, they're like, yeah, this, blind, deaf, dumb woman could do anything. Absolutely anything. And now, as an adult, I'm like, no, she couldn't. She did not write any books. What are you talking about? She wrote books by doing this in someone's hand?
No, that there was a typewriter with braille.
No, there wasn't.
That's
No, there wasn't. Stop. I don't believe it anymore. Who's that lady that got lost on the plane?
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, what happened to her?
She got lost on a plane.
Just random bits of history that are completely unrelated. So Bonaparte, huh? Anybody ever heard of them? Napoleon Bonaparte?
Yeah.
What do you know about Napoleon Bonaparte?
Neither is French.
There you go. Bonaparte.
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 Yeah.
I don't think they do the A at the end. Anyway, in news, there's probably actual news. A Viking poop has been discovered. It is the largest fossilized human turd in history, and it was appraised for $39,000.
Poop.
Yep. Yeah, archaeologists dug up Viking poo.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think our priorities as archaeologists, if they're going, did they just come across it when investigating a dig site, or how did it?
I don't really know how it was, why it was. Here it is. It's in a museum.
Oh my gosh. Good night.
Apparently, it was riddled with parasites. The article says that they believe that the Viking had like bad gut health, but I'm like, maybe it was full of parasites because it was poop and it was in the ground for hundreds of years.
What's up with that?
We need what's his name? What's up with that?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. God, most annoying person in human freaking history. Yeah. So, here's a lady holding it. Wow, that's got to be a like you can see the shape of his bunghole. You can like see how it was pinched. Vikings had a pretty loose pinch for being a tough guy.
A loose pinch.
Yeah, look, that's not a sharp pinch at the end. It's pretty like.
But like when you're pooping.
Maybe it was like the one time in his life he was relaxed, you know. Anyway, so $39,000. That poop is worth.
I feel like if we just like fossilize our own poop, you know, in the future, it's just gonna be worth thousands.
Yeah, that could be your like great grandkid's inheritance. He's just a crap.
Yeah. Like
Grandpa didn't give a shit.
You just go out back on your property and you just take a crap and then do the proper steps to fossilize it.
Yeah, just make sure that property stays in your family.
Right.
What did your great grandfather leave you? Just a bunch of crap.
Just a bunch of crap.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It was worth $40,000. So paid for my education. With that dookie.
Yeah.
It's the college dookie.
Oh my gosh, that's a new invention.
What, college dookie?
Yeah, the college dookie. So we make a kit that allows you to fossilize your poop so that you can have it as an inheritance for your future children.
Yeah. Totally. Like you have, it's like a plaster bucket. You know, like the
Don't just move on from.
You know, like the loved one.
No.
You know, like the loved ones will
stop. Why?
What? You know how loved ones will like hold hands and then they'll put their hands in like that plaster bucket?
Knock it off.
And then they'll like
stop.
What?
You're just crumpling up $20 and throwing it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm trying to like relate to you. I'm trying to be like you. This isn't like get you going? I was thinking about setting them on fire, but I'm not as committed as you are. It's not easy being rich. It's hard to be so wealthy. God.
Just throwing it on the ground.
What? I was trying to get to you. You know what I mean? Like get in to your inner circle.
Stop, Brian. Stop. Stop.
Why does this upset you? I don't understand why this bothers you.
$620s.
Why does that upset you?
$120.
Why does that bother you?
What do you mean? Why does that bother me?
Answer the question, Stephen. Did you ever watch Balloon Shop?
No.
Remember we talked about it with your brother? No. You got to watch that video. Answer the question, Stephen.
Why doesn't it bother you? Is my question.
Well, it would usually, but I'm trying to get into your shoes.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it. Don't do it, please. Just the sound.
Okay, what's the deal? Crocs will throw away money. He's so rich. He's so filthy rich that he will just throw away money. Story time. I convinced Jonathan to buy airsoft guns. I convinced Jonathan to buy airsoft guns like a year and a half ago. And when he moved, he didn't ask me if I wanted them. He threw them in the trash. How much were they, Jonathan? Oh, you have your own mic, huh? How much were they? How much were the guns?
Well,
How much were the guns?
When I got approved for the Amazon credit card, the guns were pretty much free. So
How much were the guns?
like $200.
200. I only threw 160.